For hanging with me. I'm Mr. Herman. Are we ready to learn? Let's go. Today we're going to talk about something every student faces, taking tests and exams. Tests can be stressful, but when you know how to approach them, you can stay calm and do your best. By the end of this nibble, you'll have strategies before, during, and after a test that will help you walk in with confidence and walk out knowing you gave it your best shot. So here's what we'll be able to do by the end of this lesson. First, you'll be able to list strategies to prepare for a test before test day. Second, you'll be able to apply time management and question analysis skills during a test. And third, you'll be able to explain why reviewing answers and learning from mistakes after a test is so important. So, which part of a test, before, during, or after, do you think makes the biggest difference in your score? Why do you think that? So our big question for this lesson is, what is the smartest way to approach a test or exam so you can do your best? That's what I want you thinking about during this nibble. So before the test, you need to set yourself up for success. The work you do before the test can make a huge difference. So some strategies for you. Some of them you've heard before. Some you've heard them plenty of times. Rest. Make sure you've got enough sleep the night before your test. A balanced meal. Yes, food, what you drink, what you eat has a major impact on your cognitive skills, how well your brain is thinking. Before, let's review our notes. We talked about note taking in an earlier nibble. Now's the time to pull them out, look on it. And then we focus on our weak areas, the ones that we're not quite 100% sure. So if you only had 30 minutes to prepare for a test, what would you focus on? All right, so during the test, this is the time where we got to work smart. This one I cannot emphasize enough. Read all directions carefully. Read the directions carefully. So many test questions are wrong because you were supposed to write it in complete sentences or you were supposed to answer two parts. Read, read, read. If I hit that point hard enough, before you start, scan the test to plan your time. Look over the test. Also, answer the easy questions first. Just get them out of the way. It'll help with boost your confidence. You'll see how many you actually knew, and then from there, you can take your time and work on it. For multiple choice questions, use a process of elimination. Go through and find the answers that you know are incorrect. Most multiple choice questions, two are going to be completely wrong, one will be close, and one will be the answer. So you can eliminate half of the answers usually before you even start to answer the question. So why might skipping hard questions at first actually help your score? Managing your time is just as important as knowing the material. A lot of tests are timed. Your SAT, your PSAT, you've got one class period to get them finished. Whatever the time is, there is a time management that you need to focus on. So budget your time so you know how long to spend on each section. I am a person that will go through and realize that there are 100 questions and I got 60 minutes to do it, and I will break down how much time I can spend on each question. Next, you're gonna feel a little anxiety. It's a test. If you start to feel anxious, just close your eyes and take a deep breath. Just give yourself a little bit to get yourself cleared so that you can answer the questions. And don't get stuck on one problem. Don't spend a lot of time on one problem. If you don't know it, move on. Come back to it later. Sometimes a question later on in a test will answer an earlier test. Make sure you mark your questions to revisit it later so that you don't skip it. So, what's your strategy if you're running out of time? So now the test is over. You've answered all the questions, but preparing for a test is not over. There is after the test. Don't just close your test and turn it in. Review your answers if time allows. Give a good review. Double check you didn't skip any questions. And afterwards, review your graded test to learn from your mistakes. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made on a test was I didn't double check that I had answered all the questions. And I had skipped one, and I would have realized it, and I got the answers all out of order, and I ended up failing the test because I had skipped one test and I didn't mark it clearly on my test. So, how can reviewing a graded test help you do better next time? All right, so let's go back to our big question. What is the smartest way to approach a test or exam so you can do your best? By now, you should have at least one new strategy you're going to use the next time you take a test. So until next time, stay curious, stay focused, and as always, make today count.